Joining a coven because you want to make friends is the wrong reason to join a coven. Don't get me wrong, when you join a group, any spiritual group, any magical group, you will make friends with some of the people that are on the group, or with everyone if you're really cohesive group. But we're all human beings and we not always get along with other people, you know. It's just nature, human nature. And the reason why you want to join a coven or any magical or spiritual group is because you want to develop further into that magic, into that spiritual group, into that pagan path. Not because you want to make friends. Yeah, it could be one of the reasons, but don't make it your main reason. It is more important to join a pagan path, a magical group, because you want to develop that part, that particular part. And together with the different experiences that people bring, you can grow and you can learn from other people. Some of these people will really become your friends and you will get along incredibly well. But don't always assume that you will get along with everyone, because we're all humans. We all have different characteristics, personality traits. You are going to like some people, you're not going to like some people. Okay. And also you should always be aware that not everybody is wonderful and good. You know, there are also people that take advantage. There are people who will do something just for their own ego. You just have to navigate that as you learn friendships and as you grow as a person and understand how people behave and understand yourself and what you're prepared to put up with, or what is it that you want out of the particular group. So my advice is to always consider, when you join a group, you are joining because you want to develop further in that particular magical path, in that particular spiritual path, or in that pagan path. But not because you want to make friends. Don't make that your main reason. That really is the wrong reason. Now let's talk about how to find a coven. There are a few ways, very few ways on how to find a coven, especially in the initiatory path that I'm in. And I can only speak from that point of view. You will find covens listed. There are 2 Facebook groups, which I will try and put the link on the comments. One is the Traditional Wicca Seekers group, and there's an Alexandrian version of that as well, where all the covens that are looking for people are listed on those groups, and you can contact whoever is contacted there, and you can meet them in a public place. Meet them in a public place. It goes 2 ways. As a high priestess, I don't particularly want to meet anyone in a room of my own, so I usually tend to go to a coffee shop. And it's the same way for yourself when you are looking for a group. Make sure you meet someone in a public place. From that initial conversation, you will know whether you are going to get along or not. It's human nature, you know. It's better to see whether you will get along, and because you're going to have a very long training journey of at least a year, so you want to be able to talk with the person, and you will get a feeling whether you will be happy or not, and that goes both ways. And once you decide that this is the right path, then you will arrange to meet somewhere else and other things and so forth. In our initiatory craft, and I can only speak from our initiatory craft, no Gardnerian, and I'm pretty sure Alexandrian as well, coven, will ever charge you financially for the training. Training is always provided for free. On the other hand, what we do ask for is commitment, wanting to do the work and doing the work. If we set homework for you to do it, if we set you projects for you to actually do them, and to, you know, to be prepared to read and to practice, to turn up, to actually attend all the training sessions, because we're doing this for you, to guide you on your path, and we assume that you are ready and prepared to learn and to do the work. Another way of maybe finding a coven is through Moots. Only some covens organise Moots on cities or towns across the UK. Not every coven does it. So, you know, for all of those of you who prefer to go to a Moot and see whether they like the people who are organising the Moot, and if you're happy, then go ahead, ask them for training if they are of the initiatory craft. Not all Moots are run by covens of the initiatory tradition, but it could be that that particular group of that particular spiritual path is what you want and what you need. So don't hesitate to always look out for other types of spiritual path. You never know where it will take you. Like I said, but not all covens organise Moots. Another way is quite literally Googling it, searching online. My coven has a website, and I know many other covens who do have a website, and you should be able to find them through that. There is another website called Mandragora Mágica, and they have lots of covens listed throughout the world. Actually, it's not just the UK. And you'll find some covens listed there as well. Another way, which I also would recommend, is Discord. There are Discord servers for, I can't really get into depth of what a Discord server is. For those of you who don't know what Discord is, Google it, you'll find out what it is. But there are plenty of servers out there where you will be able to find advice. Always look out for vouching. And what I mean by vouching, if you're looking specifically for the initiatory path in Gardnerian and Alexandrian, we pretty much know each other, or know of someone who will know that person. And we can check whether that particular coven or group is within our Gardnerian and Alexandrian tradition. So we can easily find out. So when you look to get somebody vouched, what we're meaning is, are they truly an initiate of the Gardnerian tradition, an initiate of the Alexandrian tradition? Always, you know, it doesn't hurt to check. And anyone who's an initiate won't mind if you go and look for vouching. It's not a problem. None of us have an issue with you going off and checking. It's like character reference. Just go and find out. Get opinions. Make sure that the person who they say they are who they say they are. Don't leave that common sense behind. Just because we're in a spiritual path doesn't mean that all of us are good people. There are some people there that are here to abuse and to take advantage of people who don't know. So don't leave that sort of common sense behind. You know, make sure that you keep yourself safe. For our training, we never ask for favors. And what I mean that is, we don't ask for financial favors, like I already said. We do not ask for sexual favors at all. So be aware of that. We don't ask you either to come and clean our house or do any of, or buy things for our houses or anything like that. We don't do that. But if we are having a meal, or if we're having a tea break or anything like that, you know, you're always welcome to bring biscuits or to join into the meal and bring something for everybody to share. But we will, you know, we sort of mentioned that beforehand. A fantastic book that I recommend that you read if you're looking for a group, just to get basis whether it is the right thing for you or not, is Thorn Mooney's Traditional Wicca. Brilliant book. Anybody who comes to train with me, I always ask them to read that book before the first lesson. it gives you a good basis. She goes through there and talks about things that you need to look out for, what it's like. It's got little interviews with people who have trained and what they felt like and what they thought. And it's just a very good basis. And above all, you know, this is a journey, this spiritual path journey is one where you will learn, one that does change you. It broadens your horizons. It makes you think. It makes you reevaluate, and also learn. And it can be fun. So don't let it ever stop you. You know, find ways, find different ways on how to get there. And it's your journey, and make most of it. And until next time, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.